she's a Yulin survivor. Marc actually rescued her last summer in Yulin.
Wow.
So she's an awareness ambassador today.
Can you tell us a little bit about her story? Do you know?
Well, I know that she was rescued from one of the slaughterhouses that he closed down in Yulin. And she went to Safe House 1 where she was for about 3 months. And then she came to his Sherman Oaks facility in October. And I'm a volunteer there, so she was there for 7 days, and then I was like, this is my kid.
Beautiful, beautiful. Oh, that's wonderful. And so can you tell us a little about what she may have gone through at the slaughterhouse before Marc found her and before you took her, what that process was like for these dogs?
Well, most of the dogs that end up in slaughterhouses in Yulin are actually people's pets.
Oh.
And she is definitely someone's pet. She is a Jack Chi. And she was trained not to lay on the sofa and on the bed. She does tricks and she sits and shakes. And she, that's the horrible thing about it, is that, you know, they steal people's pets from front yards, from cars, from the street. And it's just, you know, they're terrified. And then they get tortured and slaughtered. And it's just horrendous.
That's horrible. So she was actually someone's pet that was stolen, and that's a common thing?
Very common. Very common. And I was told that she was taken straight to Safe House 1. I think he has 2 or 3 at least, because she was one of the healthier dogs. Thank God. She's only between 2 and 3.
So she's a baby still?
She's very young. We didn't know, and, you know, we just took her to the vet recently to get a rattlesnake vaccine, because now she's a California dog.
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
exactly.
and I'll be damned if, you know, she's went through all of that and then come here. So, you know.
Be on a hike and get a snake bite.
Oh,
right?
God, no, God forbid. So, but she's been great. She's an awareness ambassador, and I tell her story at least 10 times a day. I have my own nonprofit, Cecil's Angels. That's how I met Marc.
What is the name of your nonprofit?
Cecil's Angels.
Cecil's Angels. Okay.
And we actually did, you can't see I'm wearing a t-shirt, Cecil's Angels. We did the Yulin Survivor campaign. That all the funds that we raised last fall was given to Marc for this.
That's amazing. Good for you.
So that's how I met him, because I write a blog, and when he came back from Yulin, I was like, I have to meet this man.
That's incredible.
And so that's what happened, and then I got a baby out of it.
Oh, well, that's wonderful. She is a beautiful, beautiful dog, and thank you so much for having her be an advocate and an ambassador for these dogs who are so wonderful.
This is all Marc's doing, you know. We're just there, you know, when the dogs come in, and to help them. There's so many wonderful volunteers and people that pick them up from the airport and do all kinds of stuff and take them around. But really and truly, people connect so much more when they meet an actual Yulin dog, because the photos are horrific. We can all agree. But when you meet someone, I mean, I tell her story about 10 times a day. People cry, you know, and they're like, this dog, like, seriously, you know. So it is important to have some of them over here to really represent what's going on and to get people involved.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much for sharing your story and letting us meet her, and she's a real example of what some love and kindness and rehabilitation can do for these dogs, and there's so many that are going through it over there. So thank you so much for the work you do.
Oh, like I said, this is all Marc. We're just, you know, hovering around him and helping him in any way that we can, but he's the true hero.
Absolutely.
And if it wasn't for him, she would not be here today.
Right, and most of us wouldn't know about Yulin. Oh, she does.
Yeah,
They're
so.
smart. Well, thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Of course. Have a wonderful event.